Hey everyone, Regal Reviews here. It's Wednesday, which means time for my Once Upon a Time recap. So, yeah, it's very bittersweet watching this, knowing that it's the final season after waiting 3 months for it to come back on and knowing it's the final chapter of the book. Yeah, it's a lot of emotion, so let's get started. Basically, the episode was a lot of Robin. We got to see a lot of her. Apparently, she's doing potions down in Regina's vault. Because apparently in this episode we find out that Regina's the cool Anne and Zelena's the uptight mom, which is a little bit of a role reversal because back in season 1, Regina was known as the uptight mom and everything. So now it's kind of funny that the roles are reversed. So Zelena's trying to understand her daughter, but Robin's kind of rebelling in a way. And I thought it was kind of sweet that she has a grandma Cora's spell book. I'm like, aw, that spell book's being passed down from generations. And look, she's learning magic too. But apparently, we get to figure out how Zelena and Robin ended up in the Enchanted Forest. Apparently, Robin ran away because she felt like Zelena wanted to change her, I believe. And she runs away to Gothel, and we all know how awful Gothel is, so Zelena goes to Regina for help, thinking, for one thing, that Robin may have went to Regina, but figures out that she went to Gothel, and Hook offers his help because, with the baby mama drama he's having with Gothel, and the fact that, his heart's poison. They find out this secret witch's shop, and lo and behold, Madame Leota's a character. Like, I thought this scene was freaking brilliant. I love how they added the Haunted Mansion in this episode. Like, it literally felt like when you go into the Haunted Mansion and at Disney and there's, like, no ways to exit. Like, it felt like that part of the ride. But apparently we figured out that Gothel wants a sacrifice to bring Madame Leota back. And Robin unknowingly is that sacrifice. And at one point, Gothel asks Robin to choose one mother or the other, and she actually chooses Gothel at first. And Zelena's heartbroken because, she's been through a lot in her life, and Robin was her chance at unconditional love, and she's trying really hard, and she doesn't have her magic still, and Hook reminds her that she has something more powerful than magic, love. That love is what makes Zelena so fierce and what makes her the person she is today. She's been able to get through so much, and I thought that scene was really powerful. I mean, it really does show how far Zelena's come. Like, this whole episode, it's amazing. I have to give Bex credit on her acting. It's phenomenal. Like, how far Zelena's come to who she was in the past is amazing. And Robin was going to be sacrificed, and Zelena offers to sacrifice herself for Robin. But we see in the shop that Gothel mentions this arrow, that this arrow never misses her target, and it kind of melted my heart because we know that's Robin Hood's arrow. And apparently Robin is a daddy's girl and takes after Robin Hood because she is a natural with the bow and arrow, and she's able to save Zelena from being sacrificed. And, they end up having a, mother-daughter moment, and Robin mentions to Zelena that she never wanted to know magic. She felt like she had to, and she wants to learn the bow and arrow. And I thought that's sweet that, obviously Robin was named after her dad, but, that some of him will live on in Robin. I can't wait to see her with that bow and arrow. But in Hyperion Heights, they're trying to figure out how to wake Lucy, and they're at a standstill, and Kelly and Ronnie are trying to figure out how they can wake Lucy, because if they wake Lucy, Henry dies, but if they save Henry, Lucy will die. So they're trying to figure out how to save her, and Gothel tries to strike up a deal with Zelena, offering the resurrection amulet, and hearing that made me think of Harry Potter, because in the first Harry Potter movie, it was the resurrection stone, and we all know that all magic comes with a price. So Gothel says, I'll help you save Lucy if you can give me the stone. And Ronnie's not sure if they should trust Gothel. And apparently the bar was was originally Kelly's, and they're having some creative differences about the renovations Ronnie's made. But Kelly actually hid the amulet in this sign, and Victoria wants to take it for herself to help wake Lucy. And with Victoria and Ivy, we see that, as we saw 3 months ago, they're stuck in this, it looks like a well type thing in Gothel's hideout, and they're trying to figure out a way out, but at the same time, they're having mother-daughter issues as well, because Victoria's only focused on Anastasia, and Ivy, just wants to be loved by her mother. Like, I actually kind of feel bad for Ivy. All she's wanted is for her mother to care about her as well. So they both escape, and we see that Gothel tells Anastasia all that Victoria's done to, wake her, and Anastasia's, of course, horrified, because, she's only known her mother. She hasn't known that she's done these evil things. So when they go to this secret garden in Hyperion Heights, we see that Victoria is giving the amulet to Gothel in the hopes of waking her, the hopes of waking Lucy. But we find out that's not the case. That actually Ivy is going to be sacrificed, because it has to be a life for a life. And what needed to, I guess, wake the resurrection amulet was Anastasia's magic, and it looks like she didn't get all of her magic, because she said for Anastasia to go back and rest. So I don't know what the rules are with the amulet. I don't feel like she can get all of Anastasia's magic at once, because it might kill her, for one thing, but maybe they can only have certain magic at a time. I have no idea. I'm sure we'll learn more about that in the next episodes. But Victoria doesn't want to see Ivy sacrificed, so she pushes Ivy out of the way and sacrifices herself to not only save Ivy, but to wake Lucy as well. And I don't know, it's very heartbreaking, because they really didn't get to have closure. Ivy was, shocked after all she thought about her mother, that the fact that she sacrificed herself for her, like, she doesn't know. I think she's feeling like conflicted emotions, because she's had all this resentment toward her mother, but at the same time, Victoria redeemed herself by sacrificing herself for Ivy and saving Lucy. So maybe Ivy might go on to the hero side. But what was most interesting in this episode is the fact that while they're in the hospital, they had to all get routine blood tests, in case something happened to Lucy. So they all got tested, and Henry offered to get tested as well. They don't know that he's her dad yet. We of course all know, and it actually is confirmed at the end of the episode that Henry is Lucy's biological father. So yeah, that's amazing. I wonder what's going to happen now, especially the fact that when the nurse saw this, she drank, I'm going to assume, some kind of poison liquid, and somebody takes the papers that confirms that Henry's the father. So I'm wondering if, we don't know who took it yet or not, but whoever took it, probably going to switch the DNA results or do something with it. But yeah, there's a lot of dark stuff coming to Hyperion Heights. Like, a lot of witches are going missing, and hopefully not sacrificed. Like, I'm hoping nothing happens to any of our favorite characters here. It would really be upsetting if something happened to Regina or Zelena. I feel bad for Victoria, but she did get some kind of redemption in the end. I have a feeling if it being the final season, somebody's going to be killed off, and I'm thinking it might be Rumple. Not that I'm wishing for him to be killed off, but it's the fact that he wants to reunite with Belle. Like, that's his true love. That's who he loves the most, and that's who he's at his best at when he's around Belle. And that's how he could get rid of the dagger. So I'm thinking if the main characters are going to be killed off, it's probably going to be Rumple. So, yeah, terrific episode. I cannot wait for more. Apparently, now, Hook now is used to think, oh, Eloise Gardner's this innocent girl. Now he's starting to realize that Gothel has something to hide. So, yeah, look out for Gothel. Can't wait for next week's episode. Apparently the previews show that witches are going missing, and I guess, disappearing. I don't know if they're all being sacrificed or they're all, like, joining the coven, but it also looks like they're also at Victoria's funeral, so we'll have to wait and see. So I hope you guys enjoyed Once Upon a Time. If you guys want to check out Once Upon a Time, it is on Fridays, 8 p.m. on ABC. Until next time, stay regal.